brand that I run with my partner Jimmy. We've designed, oh yeah, he's in the background, he's tech support today. He's checking on all the different avenues, reading your comments. So we've got a couple of demonstrations for you today. Oh, good, I got the thumbs up for sound. And we've also got a brand new die launch as well. So we're going to be bringing you our trellis heart die. So it's a nice little one that we're going to bring. I'll show you that very soon. But first off, all the housekeeping. Hi, Catherine. Oh, wow, we're getting a nice little audience there. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, so a little bit of housekeeping. If you did want to shop today, we have got a link just below that says dreamees.co.uk, the craft store, / the craft store. So if you want to shop anything, we've created a whole category that you can just head on over there, see everything that I'm going to use. We've slashed some of the prices as well. So if you did want to pop on there and see anything that I'm using, see the prices, see the contents, everything is listed on our website. It's also on the homepage as well, everything that I'm using, so you don't even have to go that far in if you don't want to. Yes, Jimmy is also in the background posting links, so if there's anything that you've got questions or anything, he'll read them out to me. I can see them as well, but we'll answer them obviously live for you. Hi Colleen. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us on Hobby Maker. So as much as I said we started at Create and Craft, we are now currently on Hobby Maker, and that is our home and will be for the future. We love it there. They're a great bunch of people. We love going down to that studio. So this is not going to replace any of that. This is going to be alongside. We were doing this on our Facebook page regardless, so we just thought we'd stream to both. Yes, so I've got a new die for you. Housekeeping wise, obviously you can pop online and purchase there, but we also have, this side. I'm no good with the graphics. We've also given you 10% off today as well. So if you type in the just craft store at checkout, then you'll get 10% off. I'm just watching myself on the screen of like trying to decide which pointing I need to do. So yes, if you want to get 10% off, you can do that on our website as well, on all the products, but also across our whole website. So if there's anything that you've not seen before, maybe you want some MDF in your collection, anything like that, you can use the 10% off code and grab yourself that as well. I've got 2 demos prepped, and we're going to use a nice variety of different products, some paper pads, dies and things like that. So I just thought I'd show you first off what we're going to be using. Hi Marie, hi Wendy. Yeah, please send me your hellos. I'd love to hear from you, and if you've got any questions, like I say, just pop them in and I will get back to you obviously live. So we're just going to flip over to our overhead camera now. So I've got all the products that I'm going to be using in my first demonstration to show you here. So first off then, this is the brand new die, and this is $4.99 today. So it's about 6 centimeters in height and width, and it's a nice little trellis heart. So this is what it actually cuts out like if you want to use that in your project. So we're going to be using that in our first demonstration alongside lots of other bits and bobs as well. And then we've got our pearly swirls. So these are $7.99, I believe. Just double check the prices on the website. Obviously you're getting 10% off as well if you want to. Hi Angela. But obviously it's up to you if you want to make a purchase. Everything is there for you. Add anything into your basket as well if you do. It's still connected, so it should just carry on. If it is a bit iffy, I do apologise about that. We'll try and get that sorted if there is any further problems. The next one up that we're going to be using is our leaves and flourishes. So this one again is $7.99, a nice little A6 die set. Great little card. Next up, I've got our messy flowers. So these ones, you get 6 dies in here, and they're ranging from about 6 centimeters down to like almost ½ centimeters. Yes, you can order from the States if you did want to. We have got post and packaging details on our website as well. But if you are struggling, then do get in touch with me and I can sort it out for you away from the website. That's fine. Hello, Sue. So yes, these are the messy flowers. So these are $9.99. And like I said, you get 6 different sizes in there, really handy to use, layer up really nicely as well. Then we've got our shaped label die. So I've cut all these out, and these it kind of lends itself to mermaid cards. Obviously you don't have to use them for that, but the little scales and things, really handy. And this bit stays in your cardstock if you want it to. So then we've got the outside layer that will cut that out if you want, and then all of these nesting layered labels as well. So you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dies in that collection, and that is £12.99. Obviously it takes you 10% off as well if you want to use that code craft store on our website. And then we've got our delightful sentiments. So just a nice little photopolymer stamp set there. You get in 9 different stamps in there, and these are all your everyday sort of sentiments. So we've got on your birthday, just to say hello even. Sorry, I just stopped halfway there. Hi Mandy. Just to say hello, have a beautiful day, to my friend, thinking of you, best wishes, to someone special, thank you for your kindness, and especially for you. And these are £6.99 for all of those. And then finally, the paper pad that we're going to be using, I've just grabbed one of each of the sheets out to show you. And this is our black and gold, I believe, yeah, are the two that are on the back of each other. So we've got a nice couple of floral prints in there. We've got a really nice chalkboard effect. This has got to be one of our best-selling paper pads. Absolutely love using it. And we've got florals again here, and on the back of some script, and then all with that chalkboard sort of background in there. Then we've got our dotty paper. Obviously can't do without any dots, absolute favourite to use. Some florals and that script, a little bit faded, so really nice if you are doing a bit more of a shabby sort of card. Hello Zena, I was hoping you'd pop in. I hope you and Ivy are both well. We miss you so much working with you at Hobby Maker, but congratulations on your brand new venture as well. We do miss you both. So carrying on, sorry, got distracted there by Zena. We've got the stripes as well, and then this gorgeous kind of crushed gold effect. So that is the paper pad that I'm going to be using as well. So all of those products are going to be in this first demonstration, and this paper pad as well is £8.99 on the website. Obviously pop yourself that 10% discount in, like we said, if you want to. And then I'm also going to be using the festive box of pearls. So we've got the reds in here, we've got burgundy, green, an AB white and an AB blue as well. So really nice festive colours, but I'm going to be using the blue and the white mostly, so they're not just typically festive. And then we've got our pearl pickup tool as well. Obviously we'll be using that. £5.99 for this. These are £17.99. Got a little bit of a reduction, but obviously you'll get your 10% as well. So yes, if you want the pearl pickup tool, £5.99, like I say, really handy tool. You've got your wax nib on one end and then your pointy pokey tool on the other. So I think that's pretty much everything we're using in the demo. Obviously, we'll, pop us a comment. Jimmy will get that sorted. He's tech ops over there. Right, so we'll get straight into a demo then. So I've got it all prepped here, and we're going to be using all of those bits and bobs that I just showed you there. I've got a bit of die cutting already done. We've done a little bit of embossing as well. In fact, I forgot to show you the embossing folder I'm using. So that, where have I put my, oh, there it is. So we're actually using, this is an embossing folder that we've had for a little while. It's just the last of stock I've got at the moment. We will be restocking it, but this is the Rose Garden 3D embossing folder. So we've got those gorgeous roses in there and kind of like a little texture almost in the back, almost like a pin dot. So it's really fine waffle texture just in the background. So really, really nice and pretty and decorative. So I'm going to be doing that on black card and then picking that up with a bit of gilding wax, but just so you could see how nice it was on the mirror board there. Right, so we'll get all our pieces ready. Put these to one side. And we're actually using an ivory card base. So I've used cream card or paper for any of the blank layers that are my paper pads, and black as well. So I just thought it'd be nice to bring in a little bit of cream just with those really nice browns and golden tones that we've got. So first off then, we're going to start by layering this up with some black cardstock. So I've gutted this, and that was to make the label that is going to layer onto the top of there. So I'm just going to pop some glue. I will let you in on a secret as well. We were concerned that just before we went live, Squidge would not stop crying. She was sat on the edge of the sofa looking at me, just crying, because we were connecting with Hayley from the craft store. She just gave me a call just to say, oh, you're ready and live and whatnot. And Squidge just heard my voice and just started crying. So we thought we were going to have to apologise for the crying puppy. Hi, Rose. Also, as a little side note with everything regarding Create and Craft, the craft store, and our past, we obviously were at Create and Craft for a good number of years, probably about 7 or so years. So there may be a lot of you that I've actually lost touch with as we've moved across different channels. So originally we were with Create and Craft from around 2013, and then we had a couple of years at Hochanda, which was lovely. And we didn't leave really for any particular reason. We just fancied a fresh start, and obviously Hobby Maker started up, and we thought we've never been extremely happy there. We'll be there for as long as we are, like as long as we are in business, I'm sure. And yeah, we love going there, and this is just kind of nice, like a nice little addition to our business, really, doing the lives direct online. So if there is anything you do ever want to see, you can always message us and I will get that into a live if I can do. So with our layers then, we've just popped on that black, gold, and then we've gone for one of the floral prints on there. And then I've got some of the script background as well. So this was actually on the reverse of the one we've got here. But in that paper pad, you do get 48 sheets. You get 8 designs, 6 of each. Or if you want to use one side more than the other, you can obviously use 12 of the one side if you prefer. So I've got just some strips of cream card here, and I'm just going to back my script just with that, so we get a nice little strip on the top and bottom of it. And that's just going to then give us a nice little layer to pop across our card. So I'm using up my little scraps as and when I can there, so we're not getting little bits just left over just to chuck in the bin, basically. So just using the glue then, obviously picking that up and then attaching that to the edge there. And then we're going to trim that flush. So just grab some scissors. So I've already cut this script piece to size the same width as my background that's on my card. And just trimming that off. And there we go. And then we can pop that onto the card itself. So I'm thinking I'm just going to go straight across the centre, to be honest. I've just realised I've not plugged my glue gun in. This is the best thing about being on TV is everybody thinks about all those things for you, whereas at home I have to think about it for myself and then I end up forgetting. So just popping this across the centre, and then we are going to use those gorgeous layering labels as the focal point of this card. So we've die cut one out of the gold and the black as well, and this one I've already done my embossing on, but we can do a little bit of embossing and I can show you how that works. So I've just got a little bit of black sisal as well, so this is going to go behind the label that we've got here, and then we're just going to see some little bits of one. It's completely up to you where you fancy putting this. Hi Pippa. Oh, thanks, Zena. Thank you, Colleen. Oh, it's so nice to see you. There's so many familiar names, but there's also so many new ones as well. So welcome if you've not seen Dreamees before. Right, so we'll do a little bit of embossing then. So if I just grab something, get some green card. So I wasn't planning on doing the actual embossing whilst we're live, but we may as well. So just going to then grab my plates. So I'm actually going to use the Spellbinders machine. Now that is because I recently got it and I really love purple. I did mention on the last live that I did. This is all thanks to Shani, because you know how we get when we see our friends with nice fancy machinery that we've not got. I needed it. And Shani was, I want to say, either a good or a bad friend. I'm not sure which, because she encouraged me to spend money. So that's how we ended up with the Spellbinders machine. I've got so many machines. I'm sure plenty of you have at home as well. Now, I can't find what I've done with my embossing folder. Hold on, I think it's in, I've got it, it's in this pile. I hope I resonate with all of you. That you can't find things when you're crafting. I'm just going to adjust, I can't see my comments, there we go. Right, yes, so obviously got our base plate and our adapter plate. And then I've just got a bit of cardstock that we're going to pop inside this Rose Garden embossing folder. So I think there's only a handful of these left. It may be something like 6 or 7. So if you did want that before we get a restock, then do grab that. So just going to run this through, and this is just on some sage green cardstock. If I can get it to take the embossing folder in. Yes. Have I got an extra plate? No, we're good. Thought I'd got the plate combination wrong. Ah, thanks, Alison. So just popping this out of the machine, and then we'll get this out of the way. So then we can take this out, and you'll be able to see all of this gorgeous detail. You can see it's got so much detail in there, and really it kind of looks a bit like wallpaper to me. A little bit like the textured wallpaper you used to have that you dig your nails into and make marks in, or at least I did when I was younger. So that is the embossing folder that we're going to use, or we have used, and then I've done that on the black card. Yes, you were an enabler, Shani. And then I don't know if you can even make that out yet, but we're going to pick that up with some gilding wax. So I've just got a bit of gold gilding wax here, and then just bring in a little bit of this card just to pick that up. I'm just using my fingers. Do love a bit of gold gilding wax. So just rubbing that all over there just to pick up that gorgeous texture. And you can really pick up the centres of them roses with it. And especially because they're 3D embossing folders as well, you've got a lot of different depth to it almost. So just picking that up on there. And then hopefully you can see all of that really pretty detail coming through there. So then that is going to be the panel that is in the middle of our card here. So we're going to pop that onto there. In fact, I think I need that again. So we'll add this layer on first. So I'm going to use some foam pads. And we're just going to pop this onto the card there. And then we're going to add that black layer on. So I think I'm going to go for my sisal on the top where my flowers are rather than underneath like I originally said. And hopefully, yeah, that's straight enough. And then we're going to pop the black one onto the top there. So again, I think I'm going to go for some foam pads. Just want that little bit of height. And then this is going to layer just in the middle onto there. And then we've got our flowers to pop on. So for one of the embellishments that I just want to have kind of poking in, I've got that really pretty trellis heart. Like I say, it's a nice size as well, 6 centimetres roughly. So I'm just going to pop it there and then arrange all my flowers around it, and then just add a little sentiment over here. So I think I'm just going to trim off just part of that. So it doesn't really matter that it's not in line with where our edge of our label is. If you really wanted to, you could have layered that on and then trimmed it up. But then I'm going to add the flowers over, so we won't really see, so that'll be fine. So I'm just going to pop that roughly there, I would say, and then our black sisal then, we're going to go just around the edge and layer all those flowers onto it. So I'm just going to take my glue, in fact we'll take fine tip glue. So if you did want anything like these little fine tip bottles as well, we do have them on the website. They're under the tools section, so if you want anything like that as well, obviously you can grab yourself 10% off today. It's until midnight tomorrow as well, so you've got a little bit of time if you did want to build a basket or anything like that. And also, if you've never shopped with us before, it's £3.95 postage in the UK, and that is just a flat rate. And we do sell the foam pads Rose. I can show you. Are they in stock? I think they're out of stock. Yeah, we're still waiting on stock of these, but yes, we do. They'll be in stock very, very soon. But yes, there is approximately 225 on a roll. I think there may be a couple of rolls of lilac that I've still got in the storeroom. So I will add those as soon as I come off live. Unless, do you want to add them, Jimmy?
I can try.
Do you want, if you go back to home, and then, yeah, click home on the side, and then there should be products. Is it like second or something down? Yeah. Is it, what's the options? View all?
View all, great.
Yeah, view all. And then, search. Yeah, search foam pads. You might have to change it from SKU to product title in the little box next to it. And then just click go again. Hi, Karen. And then it's lilac. You can add, I think there's 2 rolls, you can add 2 units to it. So yes, we'll add those on for you now, Rose. If you're quick enough, you might get them, but I'll definitely have them back in stock very soon, and then we'll have a full range of colours back in stock for you. Right, so then we're going to add on our sisal. No, it is only online, Linda, at the moment anyway. If you have got YouTube, though, as an app on your TV, then we were watching it all day yesterday. It was whilst it was on a few more hours through the YouTube app, so that was actually on our big telly. So if you did have something like that, maybe if maybe you're not technical, if you know somebody that is, or obviously the app's pretty easy to access if you can do that. So you can watch it then on your actual big screen, but it is only online, and all of the suppliers you're buying direct from them. So from us today, if you did want to buy anything, it's dreamees.co.uk, either on the homepage or just / the craft store, and that will show you all of the products that we have on today. But you never know what the future holds. So obviously I can't speak for what's actually coming up. I have no idea, but you never know what the future does hold, and it depends how big the platform gets. I'm sure there'll be plenty of other people on board as well. So we've just started the kind of the embellishment section now. So we're going to bring in some flowers. So I've got my messy flowers, and we've gone for the largest one, and I've cut out 3 of these, and I'm just going to add on a little bit of the gold gilding wax just to the tips of the petals. So I've done a couple of these already, but then just going around the edge, just picking up a little bit of that with my fingers. And then all we're going to do with that is use a ball tool and my extremely loved mat, and we're just going to run our ball tool just over the back of those. And then do the same with these. So just literally going all the way around. I'm sure, unless if you've not actually heard like the running of the craft store, it's Dan Bancroft, which you probably remember from Creating Craft, and Hayley Smith, I think her name is, from Sew Yourself Silly, I think is her company, and they're the 2 main people that are kind of spearheading this. So any of your feedback, I'm sure that they will be reading as our lives go out, you know, depending on the companies. And I'm sure if you did message them with any of your feedback, they'd be happy to implement anything that they can. So we've got the 3 layers there, and I'm just going to add a little dab of hot glue just onto the reverse, and we're just offsetting those petals a little bit, really, to just try and give that a little bit of added shape. And just pressing in the centre there. Now if you have got a bigger ball tool, which I have, you could do that in one motion, but if you've only got your small one, I just tend to go round just pressing in small motions, and that will bring up those petals. So then that is the flower and how it's coming together, and that nice little fleck of gold on the outside. And then in that set as well, you get some really tiny flowers. So this one is kind of, it's the second smallest one, so you've got one even smaller than that. Oh, thank you, Anne. And I'm going to use that as a little stamen. So we're just going to roll my ball tool on the reverse of there, press in the middle, and then that's going to pop in the centre. Just a little dab of wet glue. And then we can pop that on just to add that little decorative stamen in the centre there, and then we can add a pearl. So just layering that up there, and then I've got some that I did earlier. So we've got some that are in the floral paper, some that are in spotty paper, and some that are just black as well, with a little hint of the golden wax again around the edges. So all of the single black ones, we're just going to leave as single flowers. And then obviously I've built these up in layers of 3 like we just did with the black one. So then I think we're going to go for about here. Yeah, that'll be fine. To start this arrangement of flowers then, in all of those decorations. And creating kind of like a little corner arrangement. And just pop in these spotty ones on the top and bottom. Just needed a little bit more glue. And then with these little single black ones, just going to give them a little bit of a shape with my fingers, and then we can add those on just to the 2 outer corners. And then with the embellishments, I've got some of my pearly swirls. So I've just used the 2 sprig one, that is just like kind of like a dual stem. Now these are really nice if you do want to build up arrangements and stuff like that, using these as your leaves and stems. And I'm just going to separate them, I think, and make them into 2 different ones. Oh, I'm getting my mark. I said to Jimmy, will you tell me when it gets to like halfway through almost, so I know if I'm on target, which I'm not on target at all. We've got a second demo, so I need to speed up. So right, we'll add in these pearly swirls then. So I'm just going to add in some little bits just to the sides, I think. And then we've also got some of these leaves. So these are the leaves and flourishes. So then we can break those up and then pop them into that arrangement as well. So we'll go for, I think we'll go for the pearly bits first. And I'm just adding a dab to the single end pearl, or circle even, it's not actually pearls. But then these do lend themselves, if you do want to add pearls to them or anything like that, they are a nice size for using with your 5mm and your 4mm as well. I'm just going to tear this slightly smaller, and then just pop this into here as well. And then we're going to take a few more. So I went for cream with this because obviously I needed something that was going to kind of contrast with the black that was already going on and quite dominant. So then we can add a few on the inside, maybe one up there. If we go for rotating it, and then we're going to go for some out of the bottom as well, just to kind of create that arc. Pop under there. So just grabbing another one as well, and then we'll add in some of those leaves. So we won't go, say we won't go too crazy, and then I'm here still 10 minutes later adding in embellishment. So I'm sure you all get it though. That's the best thing about being live on Facebook amongst crafters. You all understand where I'm coming from. You get the same urges, I'm sure. So popping in that last little pearl one there, and then I'm just breaking up these leaves, and we're just going to pop those in, just to add a little bit more foliage in. So I'm going to go for my hot glue with this. And then just taking that and popping it in into there. Now if you do get any extra bits, if you're using your hot glue, and you maybe do that and put it on your flower like I just did, if you use your hot air gun, so you embossing tool basically, just to give that a bit of a blast of heat, that will very easily get rid of any little extra bits that you don't want hanging around, the little angel hair almost looking parts. Ah, thanks Kim. It's really cool that you can watch on YouTube now. You know, when this came about, there was a lot of comments saying, oh, will it be on TV? And I kind of think we get the best of both. Like, obviously, as the channel, they don't have to pay for a massive Sky bill or anything like that, Virgin, whatever channels they want to be on. And we get to still watch it on the telly if we have got YouTube apps, which a lot of us have now. If you've got a smart telly, it's usually built in. So it's even better. You've got the best of both there. And you're buying direct as well, because I know whilst we were very fortunate we weren't at Create and Craft either time that people lost a lot of money, but for everybody to then be able to reach the same customers and have the security that they're getting the money instantly and direct, and you know exactly who you're buying from if you've got a problem, I think it's a really good idea. and definitely a gap in the market that's being filled. So we've added in all of those little leaves and bits. Obviously, do as much as you fancy there. And we're just going to add on that "Have a beautiful day" from our Delightful Sentiments stamp set there. So just popping that onto the side. Yes. In fact, I think it needs to be a little bit higher. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm just going to add on just some dabs of glue just for my pearls. So if we go for 3 up there, and then, yeah, I think we'll just go at the centre then of the flowers. Oh, thank you, Jane. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. So then just add in my little dabs of glue in here, and we can pop in some of those festive pearls. So I'm just going to use the white ones, I think. Even though we've got ivory on there, I think the shiny white will still set it off. It'll be fine. So I've got my pearl pickup tool. And I'm just going to grab those 4mm white ones. We're just going to pop those in the centres of those flowers there. Got a few 5mm as well. So we're going to go for one over there with those. And just add in these 5mm just in the middle of the flowers. I think we'll go for 5mm again in the next one, and then we can go for, well, to be fair, I think we can probably go 5mm in all. Because we've got that nice little stamen in there, that's framed it a little bit, it doesn't need as big a pearl. And then we just need our 6mm just for this last one. And then that's that one done. But I have got another one for you as well. Do you know what? It's only past. We've got 25 minutes. I think that's suitable to do another demo. Fingers crossed. We'll see how far we get. So there we go. That was that card then. So if you want a little quick recap, I won't bring in the products again, but just in case you did miss what we've actually used. So we've got our black and gold paper pad. So again, all of this is in the craft store category on our website or on the homepage as well. So easy access if you did want to get anything. We've used a little bit of the black sisal, which I should also mention the whole collection is actually under £10. So you will get 9 bags for less than £10 at the moment. £8.99 if you think you get your 10% off as well. We've then used, but I've also put the individual colour in, which is £1.49 a bag. So if you did want to just get one colour, you can do that as well. We've used the shaped label. Oh, thank you, Catherine. We've used that Rose Garden embossing folder, our brand new trellis heart die, the messy flowers for the arrangement there, the leaves and bows, those pearly swirls, and then our delightful sentiments. And we've used our festive box of pearls and that pearl pickup tool just to get all of those little embellishments on there. So, do you know what? I love that sort of paper pad as well. The black and gold, I think it really does just, it works so nice to make classy cards. Oh, do you know what? I forgot got too excited. I forgot I was meant to put some flags. I don't think it needs it. No, I think that'd ruin it now. Other products that are listed in that section on the website. So I'll bring those in for you so that we can have a quick shimmy through of those, and then we'll get on with this next demo. So fingers crossed then we actually get 2 in, which I've never actually managed to do in a Facebook Live. So that's a bonus. Right, so then, these ones we are going to use are lacy flowers. So this one is £9.99 currently on the website. So again, you're getting 6 different sizes. But these are so pretty. If I just bring in this card, so you can just see how gorgeous those lacy flowers are. So all I've done with these is I've actually just used copier paper for it. And I've just creased down the centres of each of those petals and layered it up. I think it's 4 layers. So they make really nice lacy poses. Oh, thank you, Sue. But then I've also got, I love it in white like that. But then we've also done it in, what's the word? I think it, something turquoise, tranquil turquoise paper pad. I say it so many times I forgot what it's called. but in the different colours as well. So even if you don't just do it in white, it's a really pretty flower to work with. And obviously the smaller it gets, they become almost pinpricks rather than holes. So it's really detailed and just pretty to work with. So that is the lacy flowers then. And next up I am going to use the Truly Great Friends stamp set. So this one is £5.99 on the website, so it's just a nice little individual stamp if you fancied a sentiment like that. Great for a focal point, and just another really handy one, just a nice little saying. Truly great friends are hard to find, difficult to leave, and impossible to forget. So, sorry, I'm just trying to keep organised, which is probably not going to happen. So yeah, that was the stamp that we're going to use. Then we've got our core green and blue paper pad that I'm going to be using. So again, I've just grabbed one of the sheets of each of the double-sided there. So we've got the 8 designs, like I say, 48 sheets, 6 of each. If you want to use 6 of one side, or say you absolutely adore this one, just use 12 of that side and just don't worry about the other side. Or maybe you just want a green pad, so you can just use all of the green side, which are all on the back of the blue side, so you can pick and choose if you want to. So we've got the gorgeous daisies. We've got a nice little fleck of gold in there. It almost looks marbled, kind of looks a bit like it's already got your splatters already on there. Great for matching with your gold mirror board if you want to. Then we've got our green spots, and we've then got a little script again with those little flecks of glitter. It's not real glitter, so it's not actually shiny, but it gives the illusion running through there. And then on the reverses, we've got a blue spot. We've got a nice kind of watercolour with the script detail in it as well. We've got our lacy one, so this is going to be my focal point really of the card in the background, if you can call it a focal point if it's in the background. You know what I mean, or you'll know what I mean when I do it. And then the stripes as well. So again, this one slightly cheaper, £7.99 for your 48 sheets, all 120 GSM, really high quality, printed in the UK as well. So that is the papers we're going to use. And then I'm not actually using all 3 of these, I'm using this circle. So this on its own is £21.99 if you want it, or it came in a bundle, so we launched these at the same time, and we've also got the flag shape and the oval as well. So if you wanted the full collection, it is £59.99, but you would get 10% off today if you wanted to grab that. So it would be the cheapest that you've ever been able to buy this particular item. So if you bought the full bundle, you would get 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 21 dies if you wanted the full collection for £59.99. Or if you just want them individually, they are all listed so you can see the sizing and the quantity in the die sets. But the one that I'm using is this circle, so each one is £21.99 if you don't want the full collection. And this one's got 2, 4, 6, 8 dies in it if you wanted that. So we're going to do a shaped card with this. And obviously bringing in those pearls, the pearl pickup tool. Yeah, I think that's... Oh, I've got my script embossing folder as well. So these, it is an older product, but I have only got 5 of it left. So can you see? Yeah, there we can see. So a script embossing folder. But this is what we're using then for, again, the embossing folder as well, if you wanted to grab that. I think I've covered all the products now. But like I say, you can find them in the category. If there's anything that you're not sure of or anything, drop us a message and we will get it sorted. So, unpack my demo there. So what we've done then is I've die cut 2 of my circle, and one of them I've folded in half. So we're going to make a little rocker card. Now I'm going to do that afterwards, but I'm going to work on my card base for now, so that then I've not got to keep folding it and it's not just like standing off my counter. So do you know what? No, I'm not, because I've already marked it of where I need to attach that. So just do it anyway, otherwise it's going to be wonky. Yeah, scrap that idea. So just adding some glue on the lower half. So I've drawn, I did it in pen, but if you did it in pencil you could rub it out, just so I know where I'm popping my glue. And then lining that up. So getting those scallops just in line, thereabouts. And then perfect. Right, so yeah, we'll try and keep it straight, because if it's a little bit wonky, it's going to tip to one side, isn't it? Right, so the next layer then is a straight circle. So these are all in the die collection themselves, so it's really easy to just nest these together and make a nice fancy card with them. So I'm going to add some glue just to this. So I've gutted this, so it's kind of off center, it's not meant for you to see. We're going to add a layer on top, but then just add in that circle in there, make sure, yeah, that's centralized. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then I'm bringing in that gorgeous lacy blue that we've got of the backing papers. And this is going to layer onto the top of there. So just my glue all the way around. Sounds like I'm ready for a new glue. It's got a lot of air in it whenever I squeeze it. So just getting that roughly in the center there if we can. And then I've got a strip to attach. No, we're going to add our pearly one on first. So the best thing about these nesting dies is that you do get the pearly edged ones. So if you get the pearly swirls, these will match really well with them. Don't need to necessarily if you don't fancy the pearly swirls, but this is the gorgeous little pearly border that we get. Could have sworn I left it so that you'd be able to see, but it's kind of like a postage stamp because this has come out of the center of here. So you've got the indentation of the circles, so that is the shape then that you get. So if you wanted to use this for something else, you could so easily do that, and it's kind of a little bit cog-like, so depending on what you want to use it for, definitely save your scraps from this die collection. And what we're going to do then is just add on this pearly white one just around the edge there. So just taking my fine tip glue again, we're going to pop some glue. I'm going roughly every other one. And then we can add that to the card itself. It's really easy, especially if you've got one of these fine tip glue pens or fine tip glue applicators. So all I've put in this is my normal glue because they do come empty, but I'm sure you will have seen them already in the past. You can get them from a few different suppliers. So then we're just going to add this around the edge. The best thing is a white PVA glue, it does dry clear, so even if you do get a little bit of splodging out, you don't have to worry about it. I'm just making sure that's pressed down. Just missed a little bit, I think. Just adding a little dab of glue under there and popping that back in position. Right, so then this is going to be a really nice, just want to call it pretty because it's such a nice pastel blue and lacy. It seems very feminine and pretty, the card. So across the centre then we're going to add another layer of backing paper. So I've added, similar to the first demo that we did, just strips of white just along the top and bottom edge, just to give that the faux illusion that it's another layer. Sure. Yeah, it's going to stand straight. Cool. Now we've got at least a straight edge to make it look straight. So then we're going to add on, this is the embossing folder that I've used. So this is just a script. And I've just done it on some pale blue cardstock. So we're going to layer that onto the centre there, and then we're going to add a white layer on as well. So just pop in some glue onto the reverse of here. Popping that in there. And then this white strip is going to go just across the centre. I think I won't see the middle, so I'm just going to fold it roughly in half. Just give it little flag ends. And then we've got that little popple on the middle there, perfect. So add in the glue on the reverse of there. Just attaching that across the card. Then we've got our truly great friends, our hard to find, difficult to leave and impossible to forget sentiment. So I've just stamped that again onto some white card, and I've just trimmed a little layer of the same lacy blue to pop behind there, and that's just going to sit onto the right hand side of the card. So got some flags as well. So in the flag nesting dies, you do get 2 smaller flags. So these are already just pre-cut and nice sort of lengths, great for stamping your sentiments on. So I'm just going to lay those across there, and then hopefully this is going to sit over the top yet, so it looks like we've got a full flag going all the way across, similar to the white one that we've just popped down. We're just adding those in. Oh, thanks, Joanna. So then, last one across the side there. And then we're just going to layer up this sentiment. So again, just a dab of glue. Oh, my nose is tickling. Sorry if I end up sneezing. So just layering that up. I will try and mute my mic if I'm going to sneeze. I won't scare you all. So I'm just going to add this sentiment then just onto the side. We've only got 9 minutes left. It's gone so quick. Right, so we're going to add that to the side there then. And then I've got a couple of those trellis hearts, and we're just going to pop those out either side. So I'm just going to trim this roughly in half, and then same with the white one. So the white one's going to pop in that side where you can see it on the blue, and that blue one's going to pop in that side over there. Just add some little bits of glue just at the top and side there. Popping that in the side of there, and then same with this blue one. Hi Rachel. It does fit with the nesting dies, yes, Joanne. Oh, Joanna, sorry, I misread your name, Joanna. Yes, it does work with them and fit really nicely with them. So, additionally then, just to finish this off, we've just got some of those lacy flowers. So I've got 3 that I've cut in the same blue cardstock that I've used here, and then I've got 4 that I've done in my spotty blue paper. So we're just going to crease down the centre of those petals. We're just going to go around here, just crease those up. And layer them 3 together then. So literally just going round, giving them a crease. That one wasn't even creased down the centre, but it's fine. As long as you've got a crease in there. Once you've got a few together, they easily start to fill out, and you can't really see if there's any mistakes or miscreases. So then just taking my ball tool again, and we're just going to press in the centre of those flowers just to lift up those petals. I'll bring those in again in a sec, but then I'm just going to separate because sometimes I'll die cut in pairs, or depending on the depth of your paper, our 120 GSM, if it's a basic sort of outline flower die, I can get through 4 layers. These sort of dies I'll probably only do in pairs, just because there's so many little pinpricks and you start to lose the indentations then. But these 2, we are just going to, again, crease down the centre and layer up in pairs. I keep seeing all of your makes, Joanna. They're gorgeous in Dreamy Catchers. So as well, if anybody is brand new to Dreamies, or you've not joined the group already, we do have a nice little community of people. It's not as active as it used to be, but there are still plenty of people posting cards. Hopefully we will get back to really doing lives and sharing stuff in there as well. It's just been one thing after another for us for the last couple of years, but hopefully we're over those hurdles and we can actually start to rebuild any community that we've not particularly lost, but re-engage with everybody that's supported us for all these years. Hi Dan. We were just talking about you. He's even sat there doing promo for us, bless you. Oh, I forgot to do my last one. Right, so we're just going to layer up these 3. So just popping those in together. And if you do get a swelch of hot glue coming out, it just means you don't have to put as many in. No, I'm getting my 5-minute call. It's fine. Hayley says she'll cut me off if I run over. Right, so then for our leaves with these, I'm just using the same flower dies, and we're just going to crease again down the centre. In fact, I think we'll go for upright with these. Then we've got a little bit of change to use them as leaves. So just crease in the opposite way. And then I'm going to trim these up into either individual petals or pairs of petals, and then we can use those as our leaves. So again, last one here. And just again press in the middle just to see if we can build that up. Now I'm just going to pop these just onto this side, above and below, and just create a nice little focal point of flowers down this side. So we're just going to go for this one in the centre, and then the two above and below. So just popping that into that arrangement there, and then I think we'll go into a couple of pairs and just see if it needs to be individual, or how that's going to work and make it look right. So just chopping those up, and then I think, yeah, we'll just go in that side with them. Pop that in under there, and then we can maybe go for pairs up here as well. Yeah, we can go for a little pair. Pop in there, and then just in the bottom here as well. And I think if we maybe, we need any more. Maybe at the top's fine. And then sometimes, oh, have you? Bless you, Joanna, thank you. It is a really fab tool, isn't it? I'm hoping that we'll be getting another colour in that tool soon. It's just going to end up being a collector's thing. It's not like you need a different colour, but we're crafters, aren't we? We always want different tool and different colours. And then I think, do we need a single one in there? No, I don't think it needs that. I think that's fine. And then just to finish off then, we'll add in some of those pearls, but I'm going to go for the blue pearls that are in the festive collection. So these are a nice AB blue. I think maybe just go for 2 over there. And then we will be done. Right, bring in my box of pearls. So we'll go for 6 mil in the middle of the large flower, 2 5 mils. And then we'll only have 2 minutes left. I actually timed it decent. They'll have me back. We'll see, yeah. That's it. We'll see what we get from Dan afterwards. He might be like, nope, you're not coming back. No, of course not. So just pop in those pearls in the centre, and then those 2 little 4 mils over there, and then we are done. That's a nice little circle rocker card. So obviously once it's on the counter, oh no, it'll fold flat. You need to use a bone folder, but then it will rock from side to side once it's stood up. And agree the craft store on our website. So that is www.dreamees.co.uk/the craft store, or on the homepage as well. If you have got any questions, obviously drop us a message, leave us the comments. We will get back to you if we do see any of those. You can always email us as well if you do need anything. But I will flip back over and just say thank you so much for joining us. It's been really lovely actually doing a live and doing 2 demos, not just eking out one and just going from scratch. If you do want to see from scratch though, do let me know what your preference is. I'm open to suggestions. We're obviously going to be here. We're going to be here every week in February. I don't know what's going to happen going forward. We do have a little hiatus with Hobby Maker through February, just schedules clashing, nothing untoward. So we couldn't manage to get shows in for both that suited both of us. But we will be back in March. That is the 10th of March that we'll be back on Hobby Maker. You'll see me here for the next few weeks. We'll be live on our page as well. But thank you so much for joining me, and I do hope that we will see you again soon. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye!